The following is a Podbeard production. Cardboard box for our Xbox.
It's Mitch Connors.
And I whack off for justice.
Okay. Oh my god.
In a world where two ordinary gamers team up to fight the forces of boredom, this is their podcast, and this is their story.
So anyways, it was just like really awkward the next day, and then she got up and she's just like, I can't do this anymore. And she's like, I betrayed so many people. And I was like, no, wait, but it was really good, right? She's like, it was really good, but I can't do it anymore. She just left out of my life. It was really sad.
That wasn't a messed up dream. That was just sad.
Sorry, it was still a sex dream. If there was sexual intercourse in the dream,
okay,
it was a sex dream.
I don't know where to go from that. That doesn't really give you anything to work on.
Even the end of his sex dreams are sad.
Oh, we all can't have his sad messed up dreams as you, Kaz.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kaz.
And I'm Hotter.
Shaking it up, because usually Hotter says it first.
And this is Two Guys in a Game.
What up?
But I still do that.
Yeah, you can still do that.
Yeah, but I like the fact that you changed it up and you jumped into it and took over, you know?
Yeah, I'm tired of tangents. I renounce my tangency as king of the tangents.
Now I will be the king of the tangents.
We'll see.
No. I feel like that's probably not what's happening here.
Yeah.
So we hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's episode of the podcast. I almost said tuning in and clicking that play button. Which I can't say on this podcast. That's blasphemy. Click on that button. We hope all of our motorized windblowers are doing absolutely fantastic today. This is actually interesting, Kaz, because this is the first time that we're basically recording a live episode.
Pretty much. It's close to live.
Like, it is Tuesday at like 9:32.
It is Tuesday, March 27th, 2018, and the Newcastle LCBO opens today.
It does. That's probably the biggest news that we have in life.
I know. I could just picture a couple people like that I know personally who are just like gearing up to go there today after work, and just, and like, oh man, did you guys hear the new LCBO open? Oh, totally. Oh yeah, I gotta.
Oh geez, guys, it's gonna be really great, man.
We gotta go. Oh.
Can you imagine the lineup that place is gonna have today?
Yeah, that's why I'm not going there today. I'm going to Bowmanville.
Bowmanville.
Can you imagine the lineup that place is gonna have?
What?
I said, can you imagine the lineup that place is going to have?
Yeah, because everyone's going to be going to Newcastle, so everyone else is going to be like, we're going to Bowmanville.
I know, right? Because it's all like, oh my gosh, a new store opened that's identical to every other store in Ontario. Let's go there.
Yeah. Well, it's a big store, though. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to do guys in a game where we do it like at night or something, and we like get drunk, and then do a Mikes and Beers instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's new and exciting, Kaz, aside from the LCBO?
So I had this sex dream.
Also, we have the ostrich live in studio again today.
Yes.
I feel like at this point we should just give you a microphone that's like wireless. And then like you can just like pick it up once in a while and make a comment.
He should just commentate on the podcast. At this point in the podcast, Zach awkwardly scratches his head.
I'll be behind the glass at one point.
Yeah, when we have the official Podbeard Studios, he will be behind. He'll be like, we'll be sitting here, and then where that wall is, there'll be a glass wall, and he'll be on the other side, like mooning us and shit.
He'll be like, he'll have that huge soundboard in front of him, just like.
He'll be sitting there like he'll be sitting there like Rick Rubin, just like.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Rick Rubin. It probably okay. He'll be sitting there like DJ Khaled, just like. Respect yourself. Another one.
I'd rather be Rick Rubin.
Shouts to Rick Rubin.
So you are the tangent king today.
I am. I'm sorry. But, I mean, we can't go off too much because, if we don't have gaming talk remotely in the first 10 minutes of our podcast, apparently it's unacceptable. So
from who?
I'm not going to say, but he knows who he is. Wink. Come at me, bro. Where's your podcast or content? You jerk. Nah, he's a buddy of mine. I love him to death.
All right.
Shoutouts to Red. I'm just going to call him Red for now.
Okay, here. You know what? Here's some gaming stuff right here. It's not even news, just gaming stuff. I'm playing Majora's Mask. Boom. First 10 minutes. There you go. Now I can talk about whatever I want. Suck it. Don't insult my podcast. Thank you.
Something. That's actually really funny. No, but something that he did mention to me,
Right.
and I did say I would say because he actually listened to my podcast for once. No, but this gentleman's name is Red Hudson, and Brandon knows Red Hudson. He probably can't hear me right now though. And he mentioned to me a mistake that most gaming podcasts, videos, and YouTubers and stuff make about a certain game that I talked about last week.
So it wasn't me, right? I didn't.
No,
talk
it was
about
me. It was me.
Okay,
No, it was my
because I don't
mistake.
make mistakes about games.
Yeah,
unless I pronounce the word pseudo wrong.
No, that's not what happened. Speaking of pseudo, what is it? What is the proper pronunciation of that?
It is pseudo. I said it's pseudo. And I'm pretty sure it's pseudo.
And then Brandon had to do a sexy correction.
Yeah.
It's time for a sexy correction with you, producer. No, but this is a not so sexy correction with Red Hudson. Because I said if you want to send me a little clip, I'll actually use it because I thought it'd be really funny, but he didn't. So, so that's your fault. So I gave you an opportunity. Anyway, I'm just breaking his box. I love him. No, but last week I talked about Tomb Raider. New Tomb Raider. I don't remember the name of it now because it was like over a week ago.
Yeah.
My memory's like a day long. I was talking about Lara Croft.
It's Lara Croft.
It is Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Not Laura
I guess
Croft.
I could have corrected you on that too, but I honestly don't really care because I'm not like
I'm not either.
I'm not really
but-
stuck up like that where I have to like correct people or anything. Like I don't care. But like I know so many people like producer cough who has to correct me and make a freaking thing about it just because I say one
It's time
word.
for a sexy correction. No, but I just he mentioned it to me. He was like, he wasn't going to like break my balls. He was just like,
Yeah.
just so you know, in the future, it's Lara, not Laura. And I have to pronounce it like I'm from Boston because that's the only way I can remember. It's Lara Croft.
It's
Bro.
Lara.
Bro, it's Lara
It's
Croft.
not Lewis. It's Lois. Lois. It's like my dad whenever we're talking about Family Guy and he always goes, yeah, and then Peter and Lewis are here. I'm like, Dad, it's Lois. It's Lois.
Yes. And also, in kind of a what's new with us, I have nothing going on personally that's what's new. That's really that exciting. Except for the fact
my
that
life
now
is
I know
completely
CPR.
boring. Oh, you know CPR?
I know CPR now, so if you die, I can save you.
Yeah, and
kind
I
of.
know CPR, so if I die, I can save me too.
Haha.
But if you die, I don't know how.
But if
to
you
do it.
need me to like wrap a freaking thing around a sling around your arm, I'm screwed. It's the only thing I still can't do. Quite
Oh,
well.
that's easy. Me and Jen.
So you can do it. So you can do it, and I can bandage them up while you do that part.
Yeah.
Sick. But no, anyway. So something really cool happened actually.
I love how we're just glazing over my sex dream, but whatever.
Okay, please talk to me a sex dream. Do you actually
No,
want to talk to me a sex
no,
dream?
I don't. I'm just
I
joking.
thought you were just making a joke.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just joking. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, cool. But something cool that actually did happen that I definitely want to talk about.
Yeah.
The day, like last Tuesday, in the morning before the podcast was released, but it was already recorded, obviously, all that kind of fun stuff. I found out that you boys are now on Spotify.
What's a Spotify?
So a Spotify is a spot that you find on the ground, and it's a fide.
do you have to pay for Spotify?
Technically, no, but I would recommend paying for Spotify.
Technically
Technically,
is the god of almost kind ofs, but not really's.
It's like halfway between,
Like
a boy and a
Aphrodite,
man.
Hercules, Technicles.
And it feels like we're living in the middle of doubt because I'm 18 and I don't know what I
Technicles
want.
is
I'm
one of my
18
favorite
and
gods
so on
next
and
to
so forth.
Testicles. He is one of my favorite
Testicles?
gods. He's always kicking you in the balls when you least expect it.
Ha-ha.
Testicles.
No, but Spotify.
Kaz is made up Greek gods.
Kaz is made up Greek gods. No, but Spotify. What's funny is anyone who's kind of been following my podcast journey knows how much there was a period of time where I was just ragging on Spotify for like probably a good 2 or 3 months because I contacted Spotify to try and get on, and they were basically like, yeah, we don't allow podcasts on Spotify, we choose them. And I was like, but like I've heard the podcasts you have on Spotify, and a lot of them aren't that good.
Wait,
and
hold
have
on.
great
So they're
production.
not good, but does that mean we're not good?
No, because now there's good podcasts on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting to that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, this was like well over a year ago, and I was just really like bagging on them for it. But then I actually started using Spotify for music, and I literally pay for it and everything. Like I love it. I think Spotify is an amazing thing.
Yep.
I do want to see them pay more money to artists, but that's a whole other conversation for another time. But
They probably don't make that much money as is.
Who, Spotify?
Yeah, they probably barely
they're
make
doing
enough.
they're doing okay, but right now per I think it's like 100 downloads, the artist gets like a cent. So yeah, but anyway, that's a conversation we're definitely not going to have on this podcast.
No, I don't want to talk Logic.
But what is cool is the fact that Podbean actually has the offer now to basically get on Spotify. So we did that, and a couple weeks later, we're on Spotify. So if you are a Spotify user, please definitely be sure to follow us, listen to us on there.
A lot more convenient.
Yeah, it's
all our episodes are just like in one straight line on there.
It's the same thing with like iTunes or Castbox or Podknife and all that. But a lot of people who I've talked to, and they say, "Oh, like you have a podcast. Where can I find it? Do you use iTunes? No. Do you want to download an app? Not really. Do you want to go on a web page? Not really." I'm like, well, shit.
Do you know what YouTube is? No. What's
most of the time
YouTube?
I have to tell them to go to YouTube.
What is YouTube? I'm just joking. Yeah. Don't explain YouTube. Seriously. Every time I ask you a stupid question, you don't have to explain something. What is a vagina, TJ?
So a vagina is...
You are a vagina, Cass.
Right over there. See that? Ha-ha! See, the vagina is waving.
Welcome to our new episode. Pick on the producer the whole time he's in range.
Pick on the producer and each other the entire time.
Okay, we're now into another 10 minutes of not speaking about gaming.
We talked about gaming for a second, and this is talking about stuff related to the podcast.
Oh,
that's okay.
So that's okay. That's okay by the standards of this person who said
that we need... The funniest part is he's going to listen. He's going to be like, dude, like, I was joking. Like, I was just breaking your balls.
It was a joke. Like, oh, really? So you think racism is a joke? Oh, no, I'm just joking.
What are we all rallying about? They're coming right at us. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, Spotify, check us out. That's really cool. Yeah. So, Kaz, what else have you been playing this week aside from Majora's Mask?
I've been playing Majora's Mask.
That's literally all
you don't play anything aside from what you're playing. Unless you're like a bad gamer with like... What would the word be? If you have a really short attention span, you have to play 3 games at once, and yeah, like, I'm sorry, but...
I totally am not currently doing that right now.
Why are you playing that game there? TJ, put the Switch in the iPhone down. He's playing a mobile game and another mobile game, but on a much better platform. Yeah.
See, what's unfortunate about that is I am currently playing 3 games.
I'm not playing, like, well, I mean, like, you can be playing multiple games, it's just not at the same time.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not doing that.
No, like, there's some people who just play the same game for, like, a month on end. That just shows the quality of the gameplay.
Yes.
Because that's, like, that would be like me, like, where back when I was 14 and I first got my first Xbox, like the Xbox 360, and I would play certain games, and I was like, oh, this game's fun. And then I hit Modern Warfare 2, and I was just like... That was it. That was the only game I played for like 2 years straight. Like, I bought other games, but then it was at the end of the day, my friends came online. It was like, it's Modern Warfare 2 time. I played that game so much that I broke the disc, so it couldn't read the disc on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. I was going to say, you had to have had that for Xbox then.
Oh, man. I had it for like 2 years, and that disc, and then it got to the point where the disc started cracking. It's still red, but you couldn't play it. It would say, oh, the disc is broken, but it's still red. So I had to install it on my console from my friend's disc, and so literally that disc was just like a key to turn the game on. So I'd put it in the console and it would just go, Modern Warfare 2, you have it downloaded on your console. You can still play it. We don't need to use the disc. And I was like, damn straight, you don't need to use the disc. And then the disc snapped in half one day. I went to take it out of its case, and I was like, I didn't even put it in the little holder on its case. Like, I just slid it into the case and just kind of like closed it and just was very...
Spit on it, you know?
No. And then one day I went to take it out of the case, and it was so broken by that point, a piece of it just like fell off, and so the disc looked like Pac-Man. It was like, whoop, 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 whoop. That's what the disc was like.
Waka, waka, waka,
and I was just like, Modern Warfare 2, no! Oh my god! And I was like, I was crying, and then I was like, this is the end of an era. But by then I had like maxed out my character. Like, I was 10th prestige. I was fine. Like, you know, I was like, okay. And then like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was coming out, and I had Modern Warfare 3, and we still were playing Modern Warfare 3.
That's funny though, because like we've talked about before on this podcast about how like we're not really huge fans of playing online in shooters.
Yeah, but
so it's
Modern
funny
Warfare
to hear
2
that.
Was my jam.
Yeah,
like, that was my first Call of Duty game I ever played, first person shooter that I got right into, and that was my competitive multiplayer experience. After that, it was never the same.
So my first person shooter was The World Is Not Enough, 007. Actually, no, sorry, GoldenEye. I don't know why I didn't think of GoldenEye.
Oh, I mean, just like for competitive, like I play other shooters.
Yeah.
Like, I played Halo. When Halo was out, me and my uncle used to play that all the time, like Combat Evolved, and then I played Halo 2 and 3 and all that stuff. But like, no, this was my first person shooter where Hey, a first-person shooter.
Haha, trademarked.
Yeah, it was my first one that I like got right into. So anyways, on the topic of that, I know you didn't get to say what you wanted to say, but you go ahead and say what you want to say. Well, what you were doing this week, gaming really.
There's not really anything exciting. I'm doing another playthrough.
Okay, great. So we can go into gaming news? I'm just joking.
Literally, all I wanted to say was,
Yeah.
aside from I am still doing another playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm not going to talk about that. I also decided to play through a couple Zelda games for the Game Boys that I really...
Oh, yeah.
I played them, but I didn't beat them.
They're fun, eh? The
Dude,
ones
I'm
you're talking
playing...
about?
Like I beat Link's Awakening before.
Yeah.
And I tried to play through it, but
That's a messed
unfortunately...
up game, man.
The problem is I can't play it because, unfortunately, I have to use emulators as much as I wish I didn't have to. Well, actually, I don't have to use an emulator for Seasons because I realized Brandon has it. So I could probably just steal it from him. You know, but I'm already on like the 4th dungeon on the emulator, so I'm just gonna keep it. But anyway, I'm playing Oracle of Seasons now.
Do you have the kangaroo yet?
Yes, Ricky.
Yeah, with the boxing gloves.
He does his little hurricane punch thing. Yo, he's boss. He's the best. But I'm playing through Oracle of Seasons. I'm really enjoying it.
I love Oracle of Ages though.
Yeah.
I never played Oracle of Ages. I always I had Oracle of Seasons when I was a kid. I don't know how I got games when I was a kid, okay? They just appeared. Like my uncle would bring it over and he'd leave it there or something. And for me on that one, I loved Oracles of Season, but then when I got, because it's on the 3DS, if you have a 3DS, you can buy the Oracle games.
Yes.
And so I bought Oracle of Ages, and I didn't realize that they were so different, the games. Because I thought it was kind of like a Pokemon style thing where it's just like, haha, Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Sapphire. It's technically the same game with different Pokemon, but it's actually different stories, right? Mm-hmm. And Oracle of Ages for me was just like, this is where Ocarina of Time came from. This is where they developed the idea for time travel.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it is a really great game. Like I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's challenging at times.
It is. It's a tough.
Like I know that if I wasn't playing on an emulator, the controls would be a little tighter.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm trying to find copies of it. For not ridiculous prices
or you just buy a 3DS.
So I want to buy a 3D. I want to use my Game Boy Advanced.
Just buy a 3DS.
I don't want to buy a 3DS.
Okay, grow up. Buy a 3DS.
I do not want to buy a 3DS.
Brandon, weigh in here. Should TJ buy a 3DS?
3DS?
Thank you.
You know what?
Dude, they're cheap.
You over there with your Green Bay Packers hat.
Do you see Brandon?
When was the last time they won a game, Brandon?
Do you see Brandon right now? What is he holding? In his hand? No, that's not a 3DS. That's a Switch. And who told everybody on this podcast for the past 18 episodes to get a Switch? Cazador motherfucking Jones.
Wonder who.
And who listened? My producer, but not my co-host.
Because I don't have money to buy a Switch.
You have money to get. You have the money to get married, though. Whatever.
No, actually, I
It's
don't.
called debt, TJ. Get into it.
Yeah. Go get a credit card.
You already have.
I'm already in debt. $10,000 because I have $50,000 or $30,000 in credit card debt.
When they call them, I tell I can't pay it back yet. Tomorrow I may buy myself a daddy group set.
Oh, this Boba Fett.
Credit card debt. Credit card debt. Credit card debt. However, I do not have as cavalier of an attitude towards my credit card debt. It actually keeps me up most nights. I've taken to throwing up in the yard so my wife doesn't hear me. Anyway, moving on.
We need to do that one day. We need to do like, I'm up here and you're gonna be down here.
We just kind of did that, except for
we really need to harmonize.
Yeah, see, I'm not a very good harmonizer. Brandon can attest to that. We tried for years.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not a good harmonizer. He had to harmonize with me when I wasn't harmonizing.
I wrote this song before I knew what a boat and a train. The difference between a boat and a train was train on the water, boat on the track. Yeah, no.
Train.
Anyways,
Anyway,
can we do gaming news now?
I believe, ladies and gentlemen,
is it time?
It is now time for some gaming news.
Ready your sphincters, everyone. It's now time for Hotter and Kaz's sexy news report.
I have good gaming news.
I was like,
I have really exciting gaming news. The reason why I wanted to go into gaming news right after I was talking about Modern Warfare 2 was because last week I was on IGN. So this is from IGN. And not that I like IGN, but they had a posting on there. It was like their main headline thing when I went on there. And it was like, Amazon posted a listing for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and immediately took it down. But its release date was for April 30th. And so when I saw it, I text one of my best buds, he's like my Modern Warfare bro. Me and him were like ultra competitive in this game, like how we are still friends after playing this game. I don't know, because I lost a lot of good friends in the battlefield through competitiveness. And so I saw this and I was like, I texted him like, oh my god, if this is real, oh my god, oh Sharon, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I was like so excited because if it is real, I have been waiting for it.
Didn't they already remaster that?
They
game?
remastered Modern Warfare.
I thought they remastered Modern Warfare 2 already.
No, they haven't. If they had, I would know.
No, they didn't? Okay, I thought they did. My mistake.
No, if they had, I would know because I would own it and be
own it.
playing it right now. So yeah, so it's apparently listed for April 30th. I don't know if it's completely true because I feel like when you're going to announce a Call of Duty game, you're going to ramp it up for like 4 months so people can go and pre-order it and spend their money, and so Activision can make like a lot of more money before the game actually comes out so they can produce their next Call of Duty game. But I think that if it is coming out for April 30th, remasters don't need a whole lot of traction because they know where the fan base is with a remastery of a game. They're like, oh, our game is already popular enough. We don't have to that'd be like tomorrow if Nintendo came out and they were like, Ocarina of Time's coming out on the Switch tomorrow. Everyone would be like, okay. They'd buy it. So, anyways, that's some gaming news there. I also have what's some more gaming news? I do have something else. I'm just trying to think about it.
Well, please continue.
You go.
We have a big gaming news segment this week.
Oh, okay, so
you please continue.
Nintendo actually just came out with their Nindies, as they call them, like a lineup of
is it like an indie version of Nintendo?
No,
okay.
That's racist. Independent
indie,
like independent games. Indies. Oh my gosh, like Indiana Jones. Indy!
That's what I pictured. I pictured Indy.
He's named after the dog. Anyways.
Indy only here because he's sleeping with Medusa.
So, yeah. It's basically their lineup throughout the year of all these independent games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch. And a lot of them are pretty cool looking. And you can, if you you don't need a Nintendo Switch to check it out. You can go on YouTube and check out all the independent game lineup because I think a lot of them are gonna attract people to the console some more. And it's not just generic platformers or anything like that. It's a huge wide variety of them, and some of them I'm actually excited to try out. So that's pretty cool.
That is actually pretty cool. And speaking of new games coming out, this is really, really, really freaking cool. I wanted to post about a video about it because I'm so excited about it. But I decided to wait for the podcast.
Okay, just tell them the truth. You don't have internet, okay? You can't afford your internet anymore.
Kayfabe. No, the problem is because of where I live, my internet is absolute shit. And for the last 4 days, I've had no internet, and I went over my data.
And the song, and he was playing "Hello, Darkness, my old friend."
I've come to talk with you again.
And he's just curled up in a catatonic ball.
Oh no, I've just been playing video games, but it's just.
How do you play video games without internet?
I play offline.
What's offline?
See, this is an amazing thing that can happen, right? Where you go.
Remember what I said? You don't have to answer all my stupid questions. Okay, what's your gaming news?
Okay, so this is really cool. I'm sorry this gaming news thing has gone on so long, but anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, Emily wants to play 2, as in TOO, is coming to scare the shit out of us.
Didn't Banjo-Kazooie already do that?
April 24th. Haha, it did. As announced by creator Son Hitchcock on the PlayStation blog, right from him, so this is definitely as official as it can get. He promises it to be bigger, better, and scarier than the first, tapping into his real-life fears. Which, that trips me out, because if you're tapping into more real-life shit, not just paranormal stuff, that's I don't like that at all. I don't like that. It scares me.
Wait for the day where they can hook up a freaking video game to your brain and your real life fears just come true.
They just show up in front of you and they're like, "Hi, kids!"
What are your fears? Do you fear clowns?
No, that was an inside joke from Brandon.
Okay.
He knows what I'm talking about. Anyway. Excuse me. I am sorry. That was unattractive and uncalled for. So basically, 2 new life-size monsters are being added to it as long as the old lineup. One is a squeaky, creaky mannequin man who lurks in the shadows, which I don't like that.
That sounds
I don't
fun.
like that. He looks... there are pictures of it if you guys want to check it out. He looks terrifying.
He sounds terrifying. Just picturing a mannequin walking around. Everybody had fears like that when you were a kid. Getting locked in a department store with all those mannequins, and all of a sudden, the mannequin's head moves, and you're like, how did that move? And then it was just your friend Ricky, your gay friend Ricky, who had a huge crush on you and just wanted to ply you behind. I mean, nothing.
Suppressed memories.
Suppressed.
There's also an eerie Jack in the Box. Do not let it play for too long, or else the 7-foot-tall jester doll will appear and eat your soul. He does mention there is also a Chester Marathon. So I'm freaking good, thanks.
It's like
Pretty much.
It's from Elf. You know Elf when he's doing the Jack in the Box? He just throws it. That'd be me.
But yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that motorized wind blowers, because that sounds like I'm
like a lot
it.
of kids are going to be scarred for life.
And
adults.
And Brandon.
And
Prog
soiled
Rocker.
britches. We got to save those britches.
He is giving them britches a beating. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a quick second to give a much-needed shout-out to our good friend, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. Whether you guys need t-shirts, logos, business cards, phone manipulation, custom art, anything like that, Jason is your guy.
You've seen our logo. You've seen how awesome it is. Hit him up today by going to www.jaybirddigitalarts.com. That is JAYBIRD digitalarts.com. Go there right now.
Right now, guys. Just pause the podcast.
Jaybird Digital Arts.
Digital Arts. I pose you a question, good sir. A question that could change the very fate of this entire podcast. Because we've talked about this game series a lot on this podcast.
Yay!
I know that the one game is collectively like one of our probably favorite games between the two of us. Mm-hmm. And that, my good sir, is what Paper Mario game is the best in the series?
It's not Color Splash or Sticker Star, but
Ha Brandon's missing his cues. There you go.
a little delay on that. Don't worry, folks. He's just a couple miles away, but we'll get it.
It's like literally on the inside
it's
of
just
the
like when lightning strikes. You don't hear the thunder for a while, you know?
Brandon brings the thunder. You just don't hear it right away.
That's like an intro for like Smash Brothers. Brandon brings the thunder to the fight.
What would Brandon's character be on Smash Bros. Real quick?
If he were a character,
what would his moves be?
His final smash would be like, ha ha! And it would just be a sound wave that would knock everyone off the stage.
I was gonna say, I feel like he'd have like his main move would be him with the boom arm from the Sure. He would just go ha ha, and he'd just throw it at people, but he'd bring it back.
Yes.
And then also he would like have a large black coffee he would throw at people. And then his recovery. What does recovery move be? He needs a good recovery move. Hang on, I need to think of this real quick. Oh God, Brandon? What?
Protein shake.
He'd use a protein shake and he'd like throw it. He'd like drink it real quick and he'd just be like, "Hoo-ah!" And then he'd jump up on the stage and then he'd go back to his normal size. And then his down B move could be like him eating some kale. I don't know why, but he's eating kale for some reason. And then his side B would be the coffee. His B would be that. His reflecting move would be he would pull out a Young Buck shirt and just hold it up, and it would deter any attacks coming at him. And that's all I got for that.
See, this is why I renounced my Tangent King
because I am doing it today.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, so yeah, Paper Mario. I guess we should start with the fact talking about there are. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. There are 5 Paper Marios in total.
Correct.
Yes, I actually got it right.
Yes.
Holy shit. Because we have the original Paper Mario. We have Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Yep.
What was the next one? Was the one for the 3DS come out first?
No, it's Super Paper Mario for the Wii.
Okay. And then there was
Sticker Star.
Sticker Star and then Color Splash.
Yeah.
Sticker Star was the one for the Wii U, correct? No, that one was for the
Sticker
3DS.
Star is 3DS, Color Splash is Wii U.
That's okay, yes. I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah.
So
we have had a Paper Mario game for every console except for like Game Boy and those ones, but we've had a Paper Mario for every console from the N64 up. Main home consoles and one on the 3DS. Well, the 3DS is basically a home console now, so.
Yeah, so basically what I think we should do here is because there's 5,
yeah,
we'll start with ranking them, and we'll talk about why it's at that rank.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like we're going to end off on the same page.
Yeah.
But it's the conversation.
It's kind of hard for me to rank Color Splash, though, because I've never played it. I've just watched gameplay on it. Mm-hmm. And I think it was like after playing Sticker Star, I played through that whole game and it wasn't bad. Like Paper Mario games aren't bad, and what they're doing with it, they still have an RPG mechanic to it the most of the time. It's just, it's not the way that I originally liked Paper Mario, and like I shouldn't be complaining because just because a game changes its format of like how an how its RPG essence works in a battle doesn't mean it's bad. It's just if it's not to my liking, I'm a little picky when it comes down to it. So I'm not gonna say Color Splash is a bad game. I don't think it is. Sorry, this is us starting off with ranking it from like the lowest Paper Mario to the highest. So that's why I just want to get out of the way that I've never actually played it. So you can take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt on my opinion on this one. But from what I've seen on it is it does look like it has an interesting concept. Mario has to color the world again because all the color's been taken out of it. And it's always funny because it's
interesting
like,
concept.
They do interesting concepts with it now where like Sticker Star and like they're playing more towards the paper of it all, right? And they have been since Thousand Year Door. Like they've been playing to the paper essence of it all. And
just like if you guys weren't aware, Mario is made of paper in this game.
and so they're kind of just like it's fun and I love it because Color Splash was like, you know, it's a good concept. I just wish what they could have done with that is just give it back the turn-based system. Yeah. Because that's what like is so great about Paper Mario was, you know, you had your partner, and then you fought your enemies, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't like it was like not a non-challenging like everybody thinks turn bases are like, oh, it's so baby.
They're super basic and easy, and that's not the case.
It's not. It's really fun to have a turn-based RPG because it's like I don't know what it is. It's just more tactical. You get to time out your attacks, and you just get to have fun with it. It's like it's not like as intense as you think it's going to be. Where you have those real-time RPGs that are like. Even like the newer Final Fantasies where you only have so much time to attack and everything like that. Yeah. And so like it kind of puts you under a little bit more pressure, but it does make the gameplay a little bit more heated and feel like you're actually in a real battle and everything like that. So, I mean, yeah, for Color Splash, the only reason why I put that at the bottom is one, I haven't really played it, so I'm not really even going to rank that one to say.
We're just going to kind of give that one on. So we'll do our top four then.
Yeah, I can attest to the rest of the Paper Mario games, but yeah, Color Splash, it's just an interesting way they do it. I'm pretty sure it's like a card-based RPG. So you select a card to attack, and you collect these cards. It's the same concept as what Sticker Star did with the stickers. You collect stickers, keep them in your sticker album, and then when you go into battle, you can use stickers up, right? And it's not like you ever have a shortage of them. You can just find them lying around and whatever. And that's kind of what Color Splash did, is they've kind of gone into that card-based RPG where you just select an attack from the cards that you have, and that to me is interesting, but it's not my style, and it kind of takes away from the gameplay where you feel like you're relying too much on, I don't know, just random chance of finding the right card to fight.
I agree with what you're saying. Like the card based, so to speak, like RPGs and games and stuff like that. That's always been my problem with them. Like people who play them and they love them, I totally get that and I totally respect that. It's just for me, it's like I'm just like, man, like, because then if you're going against someone, for example, if it's like a versus type game. Yeah. Really good example because it's what I'm playing right now. Mass Effect Andromeda Online. The packs you get it's a card based. Oh, okay. And it's totally by chance. So I'm in a party with someone who's level 1, but because when they opened up the thing, they got like a unique, rare, ultra rare character. So now they're like a juggernaut. Oh, okay. And like they're invincible. Like I can't keep up with them. And I'm like, well, of course you're gonna do better than me. You know? So that's my only issue with that. So that kind of brings us into Sticker Star, where it's the same concept. Sticker Star really introduced this. And so when Paper Mario first came out on 3DS, I was like stoked. Like I was like, oh my gosh, a new Paper Mario. We haven't seen a Paper Mario in like a couple years now. I need this game. So I got it and I played through it and I loved it. I did enjoy it. It's just I never find myself going back to replay it because I feel like it was such a hassle to play through the game. And it had interesting concepts. It was fun. And it definitely captured the essence of Paper Mario, and everything about it was just so... They really, really played it to the paper part of it. Like introducing scissors to cut your enemies up. That is really cool.
You know, putting up giant motorized wind blowers to blow your enemies away.
Ha-ha!
And... like all these interesting concepts that just came from like the stickers, where like, but it was real life objects, right? Like you'd actually like the fan would just drop in and be like this giant fan, just blow all the paper out of his way kind of thing, right?
That was a really cool
And there were
concept,
cool
yeah.
tactics to beat the bosses, but then they also went back to classic Mario style where they went World 1, World 2, those
Which
kind
I
of
liked
things.
that. I thought that was fun.
And so they're kind of like playing it up like, this is a Mario game. Let's make it more Mario-esque, but it's also Paper Mario, so let's play to the whole thing with paper. So it was a great concept. It wasn't a bad game. And like I said, my only problem with it is going back and the replayability is it just takes too much out of you to be collecting those stickers and making sure you're stocked up for a battle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing. Like once you go in, once you beat the first world, you literally go to the second world, and then you're going through the second world, and you run out of stickers. So you got to go back to the first world
and go get more
collect all the
stickers,
stickers,
and yeah,
and
that
fill
was
up your
really
album,
annoying.
and then you can go back, and then you're feeling a little bit more secure. But that's like the thing is like I get RPGs require grinding, but that's the kind of grinding that's just like it's not even
When you're
grinding,
collecting
it's just
items,
collecting.
yeah, because you're not. It's one thing like in RPG games,
And then I say like collecting items, but like it's not like collecting gold bananas or anything like that either, or
Yeah, it's
jigsaw
stickers.
puzzles or stars. It's like it's stickers. Like I'm
like
a little kid. with a
Yeah,
sticker
like in
album.
RPG games, I always appreciate grinding in the sense of like if I'm like just leveling up my characters,
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that. You know what I mean? But for me, in a game like that, if I'm going back to collect, it's like having to basically farm for money.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
just-
at the end of the day, like you're not getting money, you're getting stickers.
Yeah.
And like you need them, but it's like
it's such a hassle.
yeah.
And who needs that?
Who needs? I play video games to get away from the hassles of life, not to add to.
Yeah, exactly. So that is and Sticker Star is great. If you have a 3DS and you're looking for an RPG, definitely pick up Sticker Star. Don't like think that I'm saying it's not worth your time. It's worth the playthrough if you haven't played it. Like your first playthrough, you'll enjoy it. You will. It's fun. It's got great humor in it. All like the Paper Mario stickerness. It's great. Like it really is funny, and playing it in 3D mode was just great. Like they set it up for 3D mode perfectly. And how they do that with 2-dimensional paper figures, I have no idea.
Yeah, but it was
was
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
And when I first played through it, I loved it. There are some missions in it that are just great. They put all your favorite characters in it. Bowser's in it again. Like he's your main boss, and Bowser was like the toughest boss I've fought in a Paper Mario game in a long time. And he takes a lot of tactics, and that's where the sticker thing comes into play, where you can't just go and collect a bunch of stickers and fight Bowser. You've got to like have all the best stickers in your album. You have to save like all these great stickers to fight Bowser,
Yeah.
and even then it's like
It's hard.
yeah, it's tough. So yeah, no, that's Sticker Star. I would rank that like probably not the lowest. I don't even know if I think at this point it's not really ranking them. It's just more of what is the most playable Paper Mario.
That was
out of
just
it.
more to get our brains
Yeah.
thinking. And
So this one, I don't know. This next one for the next spot, it's a tough one for me because both these games have an interesting. Well, like obviously, okay. So the original Paper Mario for me isn't my favorite, but it is amazing.
I think it's-
and
yeah.
it's great, and I love it. But also Super Paper Mario, I like it too because it was different. And to me, at first when I started playing it, I was just like, oh. Okay, this isn't Paper Mario. Like, I was expecting Paper Mario when they first brought Super Paper Mario out. I didn't realize what kind of game it was. But I started playing it, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a different concept. And like I said, it was one of those faster pace where they kind of took a turn and they said, let's make Super Paper Mario Super Mario.
yeah, it's basically Super Mario, but
But it's still got RPG essence to it, right? So it was actually really fun. And so that's where I kind of like have a tougher time going, you know, which one would be better than the other. And I think Paper Mario Original and Super Paper Mario are kind of equals because I feel like they're their own games.
yeah,
They're
the
not
unique
really like,
versions of the
it's
game,
not like
yeah.
it's a sequel. Like Super Paper Mario isn't a sequel to Paper Mario because it's different in all aspects of it. Like you go to a completely different world. It's a completely different concept. Luigi's a bad guy. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Like
I love. Wasn't that a cool like thing?
Yeah,
just having
like,
Luigi as your
he
bad guy.
gets like knocked out, right? And he doesn't know who he is, and then the bad guys take him. They're like, "Oh, you're this evil guy," and then you're fighting him, and then like everyone's like, he kind of looks familiar, doesn't he? And it's like it's Luigi and everything. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Mario, and everything like that. I'm number one. And you're just like, okay, well, that's clearly Luigi,
I'm a number one.
and he's just this evil guy. I can't even remember what they call him. They give him this funny name. I wish I could remember his name. And where he's just like he's wearing like a black bandana around his head, and he's like this bandit, and he's got some, I don't know what, his name's like Mr. L or something like that. So, but it's not obvious that it's Luigi. But anyways, this game was like a really cool concept. You go to a completely different world, and Mario has to basically, but it's not just Mario in this game. It's Mario, Peach, Bowser. They're all sucked into this crazy world. And the bad guy is just this monstrosity. You could basically like, I don't even remember his name either, but he's just, he rips holes in space and everything. And
yeah.
But they're all these dimensional beings, right? And that's kind of the joke is you're in a different dimension, but you're paper. So everything's
in a dimension that's not.
That's completely. It's like a weird dimensional thing. Like it's a play on the whole like 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 1-dimensional kind of thing. And so, Mario gets into this world and he's like, oh crap, and and you're restricted by all your boundaries of being paper and like when you're in 2 dimensions. But then Mario runs into this guy who can alter dimensions, and he teaches Mario the special skill to alter the dimensions. And so Mario can go into the 3rd dimension. So he opens up the 3rd dimension and Mario flips into it. And that's Mario's special ability through the game. Which was like, and it's just awesome. So you get through all of your little...
Instead of your just like 1D or 2D
walking,
side
like,
stuff,
Yeah. So I thought that was like, holy jump it. That was so cool to me. And that's what kind of hooked me into the game. Not to mention, like, it was like all Wii remote. So there was instances where you had to point the Wii remote at it, and your little helper was named Tippy, and she's like this little butterfly thing. And she's kind of like, I don't know where I came from. I don't know how I got created, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm going to help you find out who you are, and you can help me find out who I am. And Mario's like, okay. And then they go through, and Mario's looking for Peach, obviously. And then you find Peach, like 2nd level in. You find Peach. And you're like, oh, cool, Peach, let's go. And then it's just like, wait a minute. No, we got to save this world from dying because there's a huge black hole in the sky. It's going to rip them up. And it was also like the first time
let's not to worry about that, the Peach. Let us go back to the castle.
So this was the first time where they allowed you to play as Peach.
Like actually play
as
Peach.
You get to play as her. And this was also the first time where you weren't collecting stupid stars. Okay, I shouldn't say stupid stars, because the stars were actually really cool.
I
Both
prefer the
games.
stars, yeah.
This was the one where you had to collect pure hearts. And God knows that pure hearts are hard to find nowadays. Yes. But Mario had to go rip them out of all the bad guys. No, I don't know. No.
I was going to say, but that doesn't make any sense.
So anyways, yeah, so each world you go to just had this different play on it. It was really fun. Your helpers in this game are called pixels. So these little, like, I don't even know, like they all have funny names too, like to what they do. So one of them is named Thoro, but it's like a play on throw because you throw him and he picks up objects and then you can throw them at people.
Yeah.
And he's literally just this little pixel. Like, to describe what a pixel is, it's literally just like colored lines with 2 black dots, square dots as eyes, and that's all of them. They all have like these, but they all have different like
plays
looks
on what
and everything.
they are. Yeah.
And so, and then you get one that's like a hammer for Mario at one point. Like later on in the game, you get the hammer one, and you get all these different ones. And it's really fun. And there's hidden ones too, like secret ones where you meet them in the game, but they're like, "I'm not ready to go with you yet." And then they kind of hide back into the shadows. And then later on, you can go back and get them, and they're like, "Okay, I'll go with you if you give me 300 coins." And you're like, fuck you. You're probably not even that good. And then you get him and you realize he's one of the best pixels you ever got because he just like defends you from everything when you activate him. And I'm just like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. That
totally
was
worth the 300 coins.
Yeah, and that's the fun concept with that game. And then another fun concept is you find Bowser. And wouldn't you know it, you get to play as Bowser. And once you get Bowser, you're like, this is awesome.
That was really
and so you're
fun.
playing as Bowser. You get to fight all these bad guys. The bad guys are all fun. They all work for this Count. I want to say his name's like Count Black. I feel like that's his name.
I feel like Count Black is right. I
think that's his name because he's just got such like a Blacky look. He's like, he's a shadow figure. Right? He's like, anyways. So his name's Count Black, and he's got all these lackeys, and one of the lackeys is Luigi, and then he's got this guy. He's this big Scottish blocky guy. And he's one of the first people Mario fights.
Yes.
But he's so funny.
I love him.
Because he's like, Mario, I'm here to kill you, and everything. And he's like, his name's Mario.
It is Count Black, by the way.
It is Count Black? Yeah, okay.
He looks like this.
Yeah,
he has a top hat, and he's
Count
like Black.
He's like a vampire, but he's not. He's Count Black. He wants to suck the world out of the world. Anyway, so, yeah, and so then you've got like the Scottish guy. He's this big blocky Scottish guy. Mario, I'm here to kill you, because he keeps saying Mario, right? Like instead of Mario. So you have to read it like a Scottish guy. Because at first I was like reading it, and I'm like, oh, it's Maria. Why is he saying Maria? And then I'm like, oh yeah, he's Scottish. He's got the kilt. Maria.
I actually love him as an enemy.
He's great. And then
I forgot about him.
Then you've got the guy who can literally travel through dimensions, and
Yeah.
he was my favorite because he pissed me off so much because he's so evil. His name was Demento. He was kind of demented too, but anyways, yeah. So that's kind of
That's
like
the joke.
That was the fun concept with that. And anyways, the game ends up where you get to play as Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Luigi. Mario gets to transfer dimensions. Peach had her abilities. There was just all this fun stuff. Oh, and I almost forgot about one of the most terrifying bosses in that game is Mimi.
Yeah.
She was fucking insane. Where she tries to get Mario into that like slave labor camp. You have to collect those rubies and stuff. And then she ends up going like all crazy and her head turns around. She becomes this 3-dimensional spider freaking creature. It's like something out of a horror game.
Yeah, and it was in Mario.
And she's chasing you through the room, and you could, even if you go into you could trick people by going into 3-dimension. You can't
matter.
escape from her. She's in all dimensions. So yeah, so Super Paper
She's like
Mario.
an interdimensional spider.
She
being.
was. It was creepy. And then once you beat her, she goes back to normal, and she's like, I'm just a kid again. And you're like, stay the fuck away from me, you spider demon paper shit. Anyways, yeah, no. So that's Super Paper Mario. Worth it. Check out. I know you can get it on the Wii U. You can buy it on Wii U Virtual Console. It's definitely worth the play. And yeah, you'll enjoy it if you like Paper Mario. So yeah, and then I guess coming into the next one is the classic where it all started from, which is not even true because I feel like all RPG Mario games came from Mario RPG.
Yeah.
But anyways, but in the Paper Mario series, the classic, the one and only Paper Mario N64.
Yes.
And I think this one is always going to be a favorite because it was the Paper Mario that started off. It was actually the first N64 game I officially bought for myself and I don't know where it came from in my head when I was young because I was like only I was literally like 5 or 6 years old. So I clearly had some drive in me to get this game, and I don't remember going to buy it, but I do remember my mom telling me, like handing me the box after we got home, and I destroyed the box. I did not know the value of an N64 box.
Bro, the amount of N64 boxes I threw out.
Yeah, I'm so pissed at myself when I
had.
ripped that box just to get to the cartridge, and I slammed the cartridge in. I was a brat when I was a kid. Anyways, still have that cartridge.
I thought you were about to say still are.
Shut up. And yeah, so I just remember playing that game forever and ever and ever and ever. And I've already talked about it, so I won't get too much into Paper Mario, like the original one, because I have talked a lot about that. And, but the mechanics were solid for what it was. It was just a fun, positive game. The battle music was inspiring. The boss fights were great. The partners.
I love the partners.
Yeah, the partner
I
system.
love all
in
the
that.
partners in both of them, but the partner sisters and partner sisters. What the hell am I saying? The partner system.
The partner sisters.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
We're the partner sisters.
Just
We're
like
gonna help you,
like the
Mario.
Cooper Bros. We're the partner sisters. Why are you called that? Because we're partners and we're sisters. What are your powers? That we're partner sisters.
So like, what do you do? Nothing.
Super Mario Bros. Versus partner sisters. Can you imagine?
It's like,
hey, partner sisters for Smash Bros. 2018.
What up?
Who are they? We don't know. It's Mario and Luigi.
And they're the partner sisters, and they don't actually have any special abilities. They just yell
They're not
at
the
you.
super partner sisters. They're just the partner sisters.
That's the stupidest thing I think I've ever said in my
Yeah.
entire
Okay.
life.
So yeah, the partner system in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite partner?
It's really hard.
No, it's
but
not.
I think for me, okay, who's yours?
Bombette, hands down.
I do like
Bombette,
yeah,
bam.
I do like Bombette,
You
but
upgrade Bombette to the max. You don't need to use another partner in that game.
yeah, she's not good.
You know who I hate? Lackluster.
He's my favorite.
I hate
my
Lackluster
favorite
because
character. I love
his
him.
abilities are pointless. The only reason why they put him in the game was because they were like,
We need a cloud.
we
dude.
need somebody who could float over spikes for Mario, and that was it. Where Parakarry could have handled it.
Yeah, I feel like definitely that could have been a thing.
I actually just like the first. Wait, who's the fifth partner that you get in that game? So you get
you know what?
You
No,
get Goombario.
I'm changing my thing to Parakarry. He was the one I liked more.
Parakarry's my
Now that I'm thinking
yeah.
about it, because I'm
Bombette,
looking at the list of them.
Parakarry,
Yeah, I like Parakarry.
Goombario, and
Bow. That was the fifth partner.
Bo. It's
Bo.
actually
Bo. Yeah, not Bow.
You don't call a lady ghost Bow. That's just stupid.
I do what I want.
No.
Whatever, I do what I want. If I were to club BBC,
I like
bare
Watt,
hands, I
and
will.
Watt is so underrated.
Yeah.
And Sushi. No. bam, I'm changing it to sushi. Because the name made me laugh as a kid. Because when I found out what sushi was, my dad had to explain what sushi was to me. Because I'm like, what's this name? Because I couldn't pronounce it properly. And my dad went, sushi? That's a funny name for a fish. And I said, why? And then he tells me what sushi is. He goes, sushi's dead fish. And I went, sushi, that's such a great name. So yeah, and honestly though, oh man, there's so many partners I forgot about.
Cooper, I loved as well. Like now that I'm like, because I remember the partners, but
and
like
Watt was so underrated in that game, and the way you find Watt is so sad. It's like the most sad partner story
Big
ever.
Lantern,
you just find her in the back of a closet, in a pedophile's closet in Toyland or Shy Guy's toy box, and he's just like, I'm just hiding you with my little Watt thing, and and then he's like, I'm gonna blow her. Blow her out. I mean, sorry, I forgot to say the out part. But I'm
awkward moments in Two Guys in a Game.
I wasn't awkward. I did that on purpose.
But let's be honest for a second here.
All right.
Shy Guys are probably pedophiles and perverts. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. No, but I did love all the partners.
Like we're just gonna do a huge analysis on all the characters. Okay, so let's focus on that lantern guy there. Let's focus on the guy who's hiding in this ancient mummy tomb with chomp chains.
Yeah.
What do they call him? He's the Pharaoh Koopa or whatever. I can't remember his name. Oh no, he's Tut or something. There's a
like
pun
that,
on like Tut, Koopa Tut or something like that. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, like, or the Koopa Bros, just a rip off of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But they were fun too, eh? The Koopa Bros, whenever they showed up, they're like, we're gonna kick you, Mario. And their music was so good. It was like, it was total Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, yeah, but
they were concepts of that game that some people might be surprised to hear that we're not saying it's the best one in the series to us.
Yeah, it's great. It's just,
to me, it's close.
Yeah.
But,
well, of course, the first game's like, there's always room for improvement in a game, and sometimes the first game can't be replicated again. And it's amazing to me that in this instance, it went better when they made the sequel.
Because usually it literally can go one of two ways. Either it's going to get better or it's going to get worse.
Yeah, or it's not going to live up to its predecessor, and that's usually what happens with most things in the world. But in this case, Nintendo, the geniuses that they are, not that we talk about Nintendo on this podcast.
Yeah, I never have before ever. Actually.
What is another gaming company even? I don't even know any other gaming companies. Like
Brandon,
Sony,
what's another gaming company?
No.
Costco?
Oh!
Yeah, cool. Costco's good.
Costco, I forgot about them. I get my jeans from Costco. And my jacket. Actually, my jacket is from Costco.
Mine's
Kirkland brand!
Mine's from Giant Tiger. That is the dust settling.
Now, who wants to look at a pictograph?
We're kind of recording a podcast here.
Buzz, yeah. Oh, it'll only take a moment. Anyways, yeah. No, other concepts from Paper Mario that are just great was the humor, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
The sense of adventure. They introduced something called the chapter system, so they made it feel like you're actually in a story.
Yeah, which was really fun.
Which is awesome.
I loved. One of my favorite things about that game was playing as Peach. Peach's whole little storyline that she had.
That was great because
and also, didn't you play as Bowser too? I can't remember.
Not in that one. That was Thousand Year Door.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Paper Mario, because the Peach area was so great. Like,
I loved the stars.
It broke it up through the story. Like, so after you would beat a level, it would just cut to Peach to make sure she's still living, and then like Twink. What a terrible name for a star,
dude. I had a friend. This just triggered my memory. I had a friend of mine. Shouts to him, who I haven't talked to him like. He's like a childhood friend, and we played Paper Mario together.
Yeah,
and he insisted on doing voices for all the characters.
Oh,
and the voice he did for Twink, whenever he was Twink, he would do this really like, hey, mate, but he would swear constantly.
Oh,
so he'd be like, Pete, you need to come over here, you fucking bitch. Like,
so he basically just turned Twink into Eric Cartman.
Yeah, and it was bad. Like, it was.
Get over here, bitch.
Yeah,
get over here. Make this cake, bitch.
It was like he swore all the time, and it just made it so much more fun because I played through it before, but it made it so much more fun with voices. And Bowser was like, I'm going to get you, Peach. And Peach was like, oh no.
And Mario's like, woohoo!
Well, he didn't do a voice for Mario.
Oh, because Mario didn't have a voice.
Exactly.
Mario was just like, whoa. That was Mario's voice every time he jumped. he didn't really have a voice. So.
No, but I did love the story.
And what about how about Star Spirits? What was your favorite Star Spirit?
Oh shit.
Yeah, see, you got to talk about those too. Star Spirits.
I don't know.
Initiated.
I found the Star Spirits I like them because they all have different uses.
Yeah.
I found the one I used the most was the one that recovered your health.
Yeah, she was the best.
I used.
I don't
her
know what I
constantly.
can't remember her name,
Yeah.
but she smooched.
Yeah,
and
she
you
kissed
got-
Mario, and he was all like,
Yeah.
"Woohoo! I'm up now.
He's like, yeah, stars get me up. Woohoo!
Stars, get me off."
If you didn't know, I like stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did like because I think the first one you get, that's the one that he just sends. No, I think
The
it's
first
the
one you
last
get
one.
has the giant mustache. He's like, I am the grandpa of all the stars.
Yeah, I liked him
And
as
then
a
the second one's like, I'm the mom of all the stars. And then you get the creepy pedophile guy who shoots stars out, and he's like, I'm the pedophile star. And then you get the sailor star who's like, and I'm muscular. That's actually his name. That's his name, muscular.
I don't remember their names.
I don't know all their names either. I just know it's Eldstar, like a pun on elder, and he's the one with the mustache. And I don't remember the name of
Didn't the
mom
last
star.
one summoned all the stars and they all attacked?
No, that's
Wasn't that Twink's ability?
That's the Peach Beam, or the beam to
That-
break
yeah,
the star.
yeah. I couldn't remember.
That's
Yeah.
that's the last ability you get. It's to break the Star Rod's power when you have all the
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Spirits.
okay,
they
yeah,
can
it's all
take them.
It's all coming.
You've
back
got-
to me now.
Yeah, there's only a couple stars that I use. I didn't even really use the stars. True
I
RPG. people.
barely recall, but it's all coming back.
And how about
to
that
me
last fight with Bowser, where
now.
you're just like, oh cool, I beat Bowser, and then it's just like,
Just kidding.
just kidding, fight Bowser, and now he's even more powerful than before. And
'Cause
there's
he's
a
literally
lot of
invincible.
really annoying cutscenes in this last boss fight, just so you can finish the boss fight, and you're like, great.
Yeah, I still liked it though. I just even like how the game started.
Oh
How,
yeah,
you fight Bowser
and
with
you
your
can't
little hammer
beat
gimmick, and
Bowser,
you can't beat him.
yeah. And then
He's
Bowser
so
just knocks you out the
powerful.
window, and then you're just floating down because you're a piece of paper. It's like na 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 na.
And you meet Brio.
Goombario.
Goombario. And he's all like, let's go have here.
I'm Goombario.
What's up, bro, Goombario?
And then Goombario's Goompa.
Yep.
Get it? Goompa. Teaches you how to fight. Don't worry, back in my day, this is how we beat Bowser. Jump on his head!
Now grab him by his tail and throw
Here,
him.
smack him with a hammer.
No, that's not his tail.
Use this flour. Rub it a little bit. There you go. Rub it until it's ready. And
Release.
release. Here, eat these shrooms. They heal you. Are you sure? I don't think this is as safe. Mama Luigi never did this to... Mario's just like, I feel better now. Or I'm very high. And this blue one's a super mushroom. And this green one... Oh, don't eat that green one. It's an ultra shroom. You don't want to...
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's
No,
pretty much-
I did love that game. And I'm remembering the voice that my buddy did for Goombario was that he was like from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he would be.
Hey, what's going on, Goombario? What's going on?
Yo, what's
bro?
up? Hey, you coming at me? Yo, that's my sister. Don't touch my little sister, okay? Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's pretty much
Yeah,
our talk about Paper Mario.
Now
We come to the one and only Paper Mario game that I deem worthy to hold all Paper Mario games in the highest regard for all time.
which is officially Two Guys in the Game's ultimate Paper Mario game.
You've just been two guys in a game. It's like from
Yeah.
American Dad when they go, nobody's safe. You've just been dadded.
I'm really watching that entire series right now because I never really watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Roger's
only on
the
season
best, eh?
3. Yeah, I love
Roger. And I'm a gay alien. No.
How'd you? Okay,
Steve,
tangent
no.
real quick. Tangent really quick.
Yeah.
The last episode of Family Guy where Stewie was talking with the therapist. What'd you think of that episode?
That was intense, man. But that wasn't the last episode of Family Guy. That was the episode before the last episode.
Yeah, but that's the last one I saw. So
Oh, the last episode you saw. So you have to say that because our viewers might get confused.
sorry,
No, I'm just joking.
guys.
Yeah, no, it was interesting because, like, Stewie killed a guy.
yeah.
Stewie killed a guy.
Yeah.
Laura Bush killed a guy. No,
That's right. Laura Bush killed a guy.
So, yeah, no,
You liked it? It's interesting.
it was really good, yeah, because like
I was
Stewie
just
like
curious,
goes off on
curious.
his rant and everything.
Yeah.
But then he does when he comes out with his regular Stewie voice. He goes, "This is how I sound. This is exactly how I sound. Oh my god, you always sound the same to me." And then he's just like, and then he goes, "Wait a minute, no." And then he starts to go back to his voices. He goes, how about this voice right here? And then he's just like, he goes through all the voices and he goes, and I'm a gay alien. And I'm just like, oh my God, how much money does Fox have to pay TBS now because they don't own the rights to American Dad anymore, right? American Dad's owned by, not by Fox because they gave it up and then TBS picked it up to continue American Dad so American Dad wouldn't die.
That's a great show. I love American Dad.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that another time.
Anyways, we're going to talk about
now what is our collectively favorite Paper Mario game, the game that we think is the best in the series.
Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door.
Yay! Just kidding, it's Sticker Star. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's not our thing. So anyway, yeah, no, Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door. From a story standpoint,
yeah.
Combat standpoint, character standpoint, side character standpoint, mechanics, the ability to play as Bowser in the game, even if it's just like the little side things.
Yeah.
Overall, that's just the story. I think that it's superior because it took everything that Paper Mario did really well, and it just turned up the dial.
Yeah.
And added to it. And I was like, this is great.
It was just one of those games where you're just kind of like, if you've just played Paper Mario, you're going through and everything's like all like happy and there's not really anything like terrible in the Mushroom Kingdom. Mushroom Kingdom's all like lollipops and rainbows and butterflies and then scary forest, but don't worry about the scary forest, kids, it's fine. The scary forest is still actually all rainbows and butterflies. Yeah. And then, you know, and it's just all like really a nice atmosphere. It gives you this like fantasy atmosphere. And then you go in 1,000-Year Door and where are you now? You're in the real world. Welcome to Rogueport, where it's literally the roughest, toughest town. And Mario's looking for Peach because Peach is like, hey, I found this ancient map and I'm a reckless princess, so I'm just going to go to the biggest thug city in the world and, oh my God, I'm being raped! It's just like, he's like, what is she thinking? She must be high half the time she goes out and does shit because Mario's probably getting sick and tired of her shit, especially now in Super Mario Odyssey.
Did you ever see Mad Mario?
No.
The little you've never seen Mad Mario. No. Got this, I'm going to show you Mad Mario. Okay. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, so anyway, so Mario goes to this Rogueport, and he's just like, I think it's called Rogueport, right? It's not Rougeport. I'm not going to have a correction. I'm pretty sure it's Rogueport because rogues, you know, like Rogue One, because they're rogue.
Yeah.
It's a rogue port of rogue people. Yeah. Anyway, so you go to this Rogueport, and right off the bat, you're just right into battle. These bad guys called the X-Nauts come in, and they're basically like stormtroopers. They're
good bad guys too.
Yeah, they're basically like the stormtroopers, but they're so funny. And they come in and they're like harassing this Goomba. Oh, this Goomba kind of looks unique. She kind of looks like she could be my partner. Anyways, so you go into battle and you fight off these Goombas right away. The combat's exactly the same as Paper Mario, and so it just gives you this feeling. You're like, yes,
everything is. It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
but it's not like everything's the exact same.
It's like really it's just this like thank you. Like if you know how to play the game, then you're just gonna jump right into it. It's not gonna like But then if you don't know how to play the game, they're still gonna give you the tutorial. And and then basically, you hop into it, and then right off the bat, you're taken to this professor his name's Professor Frankly.
Frankly.
I love it because the puns in it are just so good.
Yeah.
So he's like, my name's Professor Frankly. I don't care about this woman over here. Sorry, my name is Professor Frankly. I forgot where I put my stupid book. It's just, and he's just this crazy guy. He's got like spirals in his eyes. Yeah. He's just like, I'm crazy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm a Goomba.
No shit.
Anyways, so they the story just kicks off, and then you go and they're like, okay, so the princess found this map and she's talking about these crystal stars and 1,000-Year Door, and so you're like, I think the professor's like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the 1,000-Year Door is right beneath this thug city, and you're like, well, that's kind of coincidental. And so you go under the city and you go into the sewers and you find this ancient door, and as you're exploring this ancient door, your map glows, and it's just like, hey, this is where you can find the crystal stars, right here, right at this location. And you're like, whoa. And Mario's like, let's go find those crystal stars. So Mario sets off on his quest.
Why does Mario sound like a normal white guy?
That's how he sounds in the game.
Yeah, but then you were like, let's go find the crystal stars.
Because that's just...
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. And, and then Mario goes off, and the game just kicks off into the way where you're not expecting it to be as intense as it gets. And the first dungeon you do is kind of like, this kind of feels like the first dungeon from Paper Mario. Way to rehash it. And then you go and you get your Koopa partner.
Koops.
But
I love Koops.
is so innocent. He's all like, "Oh, I'm not brave. I need to be braver." Blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, "Oh,
Take me with you to
what
fight
a
that
whiny
guy. I'm gonna kick his
little
ass."
bitch. How long do I have to use this whiny little bitch for?" No, I'm just joking. Anyways, Koops is awesome. You go into this fortress. It's called Hooktail's Fortress,
Yeah.
and he's this big dragon. And he's apparently got the crystal star. So Mario's like, "Oh, I gotta go get this crystal star." So you go in, you beat this dungeon, you get up to the top of the tower, and you walk into Hooktail's lair, and he's this big, massive, freaking paper dragon.
Yeah, and he looks intimidating
And he's
as hell.
scary as shit. And you're just like, how do I beat him? And the first time you go in there, you fight him, and you're like, why isn't he dying? Why isn't he dying? Oh my god, he's getting stronger. Oh god. And then you die. And then you find out that there's a special way to beat him. Do you remember that special way to beat him, TJ?
I don't know.
You have to put on a badge,
Spit
a
it
sound
out,
effects
man.
badge
Oh, yes.
of a cricket, because he can't stand the
Crickets.
sound of crickets.
Yeah.
So you put this cricket thing on, and every time Mario jumps or uses his hammer, a cricket sound's made, and this dragon's
sad.
like, "Oh, I can't stand the sound of crickets. I'm gonna be sick." And then eventually you wear him down, and you beat him, and it's just this great boss fight. And then after you kill him, he spits out the crystal star, and Koops is dad. Ooh, what the twist! And then you get your first
the
crystal
twist.
star. And then from there, it's just really fun. You got your crystal star. You go off. You do a couple other missions, and you know,
it's like we could sit here and go through the whole game. Like, it's a really great game.
yeah, and like the mechanics in it again, like,
Having the badges.
yeah, and just like
Yeah.
some interesting concepts, like one where it's like doing the glitz pits one, where we've talked about that, where Mario you have to literally fight through the ranks just to get the crystal star. You have to fight like 20 people
Yeah,
through the ranks in
just
this
to
like
get it.
boxing arena kind of thing just to get a crystal star, and then you uncover a whole other mystery while that's going on. Then you go to that shadow world. What's it called? I don't even know the name
Yeah.
of it.
You find
Twilight
Vivian. Yeah, yeah.
Town or something like that.
There's a lot of great partners. Madame Fleury, who I didn't really like her that much. She was annoying.
She's
Yoshi
so
Kid.
Yosh, that's what I called him.
Yosh.
What's
Little
up,
Yosh.
Yosh? He's all like, "Yo, Gonzalez, let's go here. What's going on? I'm a Yoshi born in an egg stand. Come on."
And then, of course, you have Vivian.
Vivian was good.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
And then you have my all-time favorite character in that game. I don't really know why. I loved him. I played... When I got him, I only used him for the rest of the game. That was Admiral Bobbery.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's his backstory, because he's like this crusty sea captain who doesn't want to help.
Yeah.
And then you find out that his wife passed away, and he blames himself, and it's just this really dark thing. And you can help him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to help you now. By the way, I'm a bomb."
By the way, I've got a bomb. It's me.
He just blows himself up all the time. It's so good.
Yeah,
and then
no,
you do
I just love my favorite level, which I now know what it's based off of. Every level is based off of a movie, which is kind of interesting. If you look at it, every movie is every level is based off the movie in the sense where it's just like, okay, so you Dragon Guarded Tower.
Yeah.
That's like basic Knight 101 kind of stuff. And then you've got, I don't know what the tree one was, where the weird punies things.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was based off, but then you've got your like Rock Hawk, sorry.
Ha ha!
Rock Hawk, isn't that his name? Rock Hawk?
Rock Hawk.
Movies that's based off of.
I don't know, Brandon, you can tell us.
What, I heard Rock Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
He's a character. He's a rockin' hawk.
Oh, not the movie.
Not Rock Hawk.
Oh god damn it.
You deviant.
That's gross.
You
I'm not saying
degenerate.
Rock Hawk, I'm saying Rock Hawk, okay?
Yes. You degenerate.
Anyways, yeah,
Over
no,
there thinking about
but like
Rock Hawk.
the Twilight one with Dupless, that Dupless is so funny in that.
Like right back and forth. Anyway.
Dupless from the 4th level,
Yeah.
that was so funny to me because like it goes by so quickly. You just go through the level and then you're like, I got the crystal star, and then you don't have the crystal star, and Mario's identity got stolen, and that is called identity theft. That movie, and but Dupless is such a stupid character because after you actually beat Dupless is just like, I gotta get out of here. I'm a coward, and he runs away. And then my favorite level though is Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
And it's not even called that. It's actually Excess Express. 3 days of excess. And it's you're on a train, and it is
3
murder.
days of sex? What?
Huh?
What?
Excess Express.
I thought you said 3 days of
3
sex
days of
express. I
excess.
was like, what?
No.
3 days of in excess? What?
Why would you want to? Why would you want to have express sex?
I don't know. Anyway, please
That's
continue.
not fun.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like the worst kind of sex you could have. It's either really fast sex or it's you're expressing yourself while you're having sex. I really am enjoying the sex that we're having very fast right now. Okay, I'm done.
Express.
I mean, done sex, not done with my commentating.
So anyway, we were talking about a video game before we went off on that. Please continue.
And then you keep
I know, I'm
tangenting.
sorry.
You're the one
I told you, I'm the tangent king today.
Yeah. Anyway, so that one's fun because you have to solve a murder, but there's this guy there's this like penguin character who's on the train with Mario, and he's all like, I'm a detective, what up? And he's just like, and you're like, oh, he is a detective, but he's like the worst detective ever, and he can't solve anything, and Mario's just solving all these mysteries on this train. And like, you think somebody's dead, but he's not dead, and he wakes up, and he's just like, I'm not actually dead, and you're like, oh, you mother trucker.
And he stamps on his face.
Yeah, and then like, but it's just funny, and then like, you go through all this, and then all these people are getting murdered, and finally you solve all the mysteries, nothing bad's happening anymore, everything's good. And then you wake up one morning and you go up to the front of the train and it's all nice and quiet. And then all these friggin' weird things just attack the train. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And Mario's goes up on top of the train and everybody's being like devoured by these things. It's the weirdest boss fight ever.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it has no premise to anything. It just appears, right? They stop at a train station and this thing latches onto the train. And then the next day you have to fight it. It's your boss fight for that level. You beat it. And then you're a hero. And then you get back. Then you get to this nice rich people town. I don't know what it's called. And then you find out that detective
rich
penguin.
People town.
That detective penguin who's all like, I'm a detective. He's like, I'm actually not a detective. I'm just the curator of this museum. And this museum actually only has one thing in it. And it's a crystal star. And if you take it, then the museum will shut down. And you get in there and you take
you take it anyway.
And he's just like, good, very good. Now I will just stay in this big empty room with nothing at all. My dear Watson. Just like, it's actually kind of depressing when you think about it. That he's like, I'm the curator of this museum, and yet there's nothing to curate, so except for this crystal star, which I just gave to you because you need them to save the world. But yeah, other than that, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is very well orchestrated. It's a lot darker.
It is, yeah. It was a lot darker.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on in it, but it's like emotionally like grabbing. Like a computer learns to fall in love with Princess Peach, and I'm like, all you Hentai fans out there know what I'm talking about. Fall in love with Princess Peach. I mean, like, I'm not. Sorry, I don't mean to pull myself in with you guys. I don't like that stuff, but you guys do you know? That's what gets you going. I mean, you know, you'll also be single for the rest of your life, but just keep it going. So.
Yeah.
TJ's just like
nothing. I was nothing.
I have a beard.
No, I was moving on from that. So
you don't have any way into that?
To talking about hentai? No, I don't have any weighing in.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my early 20s.
Anyway, moving on. Early 20s. Give me a break. I was just saying in my early 20s.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm only 26. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is your late 20s. Once you hit 25, you
holy shit, I'm old,
20s.
dude.
I'm old too. It's okay.
In the arms of... Anyway. Okay, no more tangents. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Amazing game. All I have left to ask you is who is your favorite partner?
My favorite partner is... I don't really know. I didn't really like have a super favorite in that game. I know I can tell you my least favorite partner.
Who's that?
Madame Flurry.
Yeah, same.
She was just like, Mario, I'm a big black woman that's not a black woman, and I'm gonna come right on top of you. Not like in that sense. I'm gonna land right on top of you. And I'm gonna smooch you. And Mario's like, get this black woman away from me. I'm not racist, but she is crazy. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Like that too.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't. I meant like I'm gonna jump on top of you because that's what she does.
It wasn't
right?
the fact that you said
and
that.
Her moves,
it was the fact that you even said you literally were like, I don't mean like that. That's what got me.
No, but like and all her moves are sexual and like Nintendo. I feel like they did it on purpose because she's like I'm gonna body slam you, and she just like jumps on like her enemies and she just like basically like lands on top of them and then she like blows people away.
Literally.
She's like the original windblower. She's like...
Yeah, if motorized windblowers were a character in Smash Bros, that would be their final smash. Just saying.
I think they just summon a fan.
That'd be your final smash. You would just summon a giant fan that blow everyone away.
I don't have any fans.
Okay, so Thousand Year Door. Any more final thoughts, Kaz, before we sign off here today with that? I think we are definitely. I'm glad that we were in agreement that that's the best one, because that's one I did enjoy the most. As much as a part of me is like, I don't know if I.
Well, when you can
enjoyed
turn
Paper
Mario
more.
into a boat, an airplane, and a fruit roll up,
it's a good game.
there's kind of like
It's a great game.
It's hard to argue that it's not the best Paper Mario in the series.
Yeah,
And when you got crazy partners that are trying to rape you.
I mean,
So hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your partners. Because Madame Flurry coming up in here and she's trying to rape everybody. She's going to come on top of you. And not in that sense. Anyways.
oh my god!
I think it's time for some shout-outs.
Shout-outs initiating!
Keep stealing my bits.
Yeah, today you're the Tangent King, and I'm the professional podcaster.
Totally turning it around. So, I want to give a special shout out to a podcast that we usually do shout outs to, but I usually kind of just be like, oh yeah, check them out, they're really funny.
This is like the first time you didn't go, shout-outs initiated, even though we have the thing for it.
So
So
you stole my bit.
So
You're
I did it
stealing
this
all my
time.
shit.
Yeah,
That's literally all I have.
You are taking the part of this podcast that is
That's
me.
literally all I have to do on this podcast.
Oh, jeez.
It's like I'm Billy Gunn, and you just took the whole. And if you're not down with that from me,
Leave Brittany alone.
leave TJ alone.
Leave TJ alone. He's beautiful.
So,
Anyways.
Drinks with Larry. It's a great podcast. We share it all
You
the
had
time.
Drinks with
And they're
Larry?
always, yeah. Oh, no, I want to have Drinks with Larry, but we haven't yet. We want to have Drinks with Larry. But I wanted to actually kind of give them a little more of a proper shout out. Because, see, now you're going to go off because you're having the whole podcast. Shh. We're going to be serious for a second. Just for a second. They always give us really nice shout outs on the pod and on Twitter. And they were really excited to hear us talk about Smash Bros. Literally, he was like, "Yes, we couldn't wait to hear you guys talk about this." And they say that they say that we always put out great shows and great content. So I wanted to say thank you to them. That really means a lot to us.
Thank you to them.
Yes. We're gonna hold hands real quick while we say thank you. You can't see it, but we're slightly touching fingers. But this past week, well, I say the last episode that I heard, they had this hilarious episode, whole bunch of BS, but they talked about. Like good BS. Oh my god.
Whole bunch of bullshit. Their podcast was good, but it was mostly bullshit.
I mean like that. I mean like when I say, oh yeah, we talk all sorts of bullshit. Like just kind of bullshit.
No, we
around and
talk
being
about
funny and stuff.
Premium content.
No, we don't. They talk about our planet's new Space Force. And as well as they have a really interesting Stephen Hawking conspiracy.
He's not actually dead. He's transferred himself to another body, and now he's
They
going
talked
to
a little.
continue.
It's interesting. Like it's obviously kind of like funny, but like, it's
Jokey,
interesting. And then they talk about Larry's big exploding package or something. I don't know. Moving on, you guys should definitely check them out though because they are hilarious. They've always been good to us. So guys, thank you very much for that. We really appreciate all the shout outs and everything. You can check them out on Twitter, Drinks with Larry, as well as Facebook. Find them wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe, follow them, rate them. They are awesome. You will definitely not regret it. We'll give a shout out to Still Loading Podcast. Our buddy Josh. He actually
Can't
just
believe that
released-
podcast is still loading.
It's still loading. It's been way too damn long.
I have it
still
on my
freaking-
computer, and it's just loading. What is your podcast? I don't get it. How do you even get views on your podcast?
All it is still loading.
Just loading. I am assuming it must be good because
It's taking a long time to load.
it's taking a long time.
The graphics are going to be impeccable. The frame rate is going to be amazing.
Yeah, because
No,
that's
but
what
Josh-
people look for in podcasts is
Frame rate.
FPS.
Yeah,
Frames
I
per
do.
second.
It's nothing
60 frames per second on a podcast.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse than like See, that was me dropping down to a lower.
You know what's funny? I realize on Podbean I can slow down podcasts and listen to them.
No way.
Oh my god.
Oh
I did it to us earlier and you sound so funny.
God, I want
I
to
still kind of basically sound the same, like because I'm so like.
So shout
lame.
outs to
Shout out to Josh, great guy. Shout outs to the whole Podbeard network. Our boy Dark Runner, who has to unfortunately take a little bit of leave of absence.
League of
League
Legends.
of Legends
Ha, just
absence. Yeah, take a leave
LOL.
of absence from the Twitch thing. We've been doing some YouTube stuff. Our boy Prog Rocker, who unfortunately had a bit of a computer mishap and has lost a bunch of content he was going to upload.
No!
That sucks. But he's coming with that. Very cool. Very excited.
Prog Rocker, me and you, we're gonna have to craft some mines someday.
Yeah.
That's what that game's about, right? Crafting mines.
Yeah, you craft mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't mine and craft. That would be too much fun and too hard to come up with. Who would come up with? You know what? There we go. We got a concept for a game. A game where you mine stuff, then you craft from the stuff you've mined.
Can you have like little like pixelated stuff and like cows and chickens and stuff like that?
I don't see why not.
Sick.
We could even build our own houses.
Yo,
and build treasure chests to put stuff in.
We're gonna totally invent this game.
Oh yeah, and we could sell it to Microsoft for $2.5 billion.
Then we could buy a podcast studio.
No, think bigger. We could buy a podcast network. We should come up with a podcast network.
What are we gonna call it?
Probably Cazador Jones Podcast Network. That just seems, it feels right.
What was that?
Incorporated.
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
thank you.
Cazador Jones Podcasting Incorporated.
I don't really understand this whole pod beard thing. I don't have a beard, but you do, but I don't. So I don't really get the concept.
You can't look into it too much.
Okay.
Of course, shout out to the Honestly Lazy Show. They're releasing a new.
Wait, is that show still going?
Yeah. No, they just, the problem is our boy Mr. Stick. He's got a
Justin,
new job.
so-
Yeah. And they've been having a hard time, like, basically, from what I understand, just recording because of just timing wise.
Yeah, because their schedules are messed up and they can't find the time to record, so they have to do it literally the day their episode is going up. And and most of the time, Kaz is free. I mean, not Kaz. Who's Kaz? He's free, but TJ's got commitments. I can't do it on Thursday because my girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Something to Anyway, so yeah, shouts to them. Very excited for that episode this week. You guys have to check it out. Fuck that harder guy. And shouts to the producer from Sparenbound for all his hard work and letting us use his house and stuff. And any shouts today,
he
guys?
worked really hard on this podcast today.
He did.
You should see him.
He did.
He's been working hard on that couch with his Nintendo Switch. Very hard.
He at least set us up for us.
What are you playing?
Breath of the Wild.
He's playing a good game, folks. He knows good games.
He's playing a really good game.
Okay, so I have a question, though. Since we're posting this
shout-outs,
today,
though?
I have one. Huh? No, not a shout out. Okay. This is just a question.
Okay.
I'm going to pose this question.
We're ending off with a question. Okay.
I have a $50 Visa card. No, I'm not putting this up for people to have. I just want to know, what game should I spend this $50 Visa gift card that I have that expires in less than a week? You can weigh in, producer. What game should I buy?
Or I also posed to you a question. Or should Kaz buy a pop filter?
Or a pop vinyl figure?
You want him to buy a $50 pop filter? That seems a little
Why not?
$10.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll have this conversation after the podcast.
Anyways, you go ahead.
Let Kaz know.
Comment and tell me a game. It can be for it doesn't have to be for a Nintendo console. It could be for even like if it's an independent game that you really like that's on any console. Like I have an Xbox One. Just let me know. I want to hear your ideas. Give me a good game to buy. I need it at the end of this week, and just throw it out there. If you think it's a good game that I can spend this $50 on. I mean, obviously I could go spend this on gas and alcohol and other things, but I feel like it's meant for a video game. So yeah,
let Kaz know. Let us know on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all under Two Guys in a Game. The Twitter is Two Guys double A Game, of course.
And I swear to God, if anybody says go buy Paper Mario Color Splash, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Seriously, I will come and find you.
Someone's going to say that.
Someone's going to say it.
But you can also let us know on the email, which is twoguysinagamePodcast@gmail.com. Let us know on our website, podbeardnetwork.com/Two Guys in a Game.
Make sure you listen to us on Spotify,
iTunes.
No, just Spotify.
Just Spotify.
Just go on
Fuck
Spotify
iTunes.
at this point. We need to become really famous so the Spotify people go, you guys are pretty cool. Here's some money. And this is a penny. Yes, you only have 10,000 downloads. What?
You only have 20 billion downloads. Here's $5.
Here's $5. Go buy yourself a candy bar.
That'd actually be like 10 grand.
If we had 2 billion downloads?
10 billion downloads.
That's way too many downloads. I think we'd break the internet.
Probably.
I think we
already do every week.
$10,000? $10,000! Oh my God! Timmy! Okay.
All right, so everybody,
Go ahead.
No. It's you've been stealing all my shit, so you go first.
No, I ended last week, I'm pretty sure, first. I said I'm Kaz and...
Okay, whatever. I've been hotter.
No, I've been hotter.
You've been hotter. I've been Kaz today.
We've
I'm
already
the
done that.
King.
No. How about this? I have been Kazeth.
And I have been James Edward Harder the Fourth.
I have been Edward James Olmos. Is that how you say his name? Gary Oldman? No.
Bye, everybody. Down.